Good, my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome to another episode of Medical Reading of the Week with me, your host, just with the mostest, Dr. Ray. I am a licensed naturopathic doctor. I've been a clinician for nearly a decade, so almost 10 years now, and I am a medical medium. So for those who are new, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope you get to watch some of my other episodes and be able to glean in some more insights into how you could support your health from the messages from beyond. And today is April, I believe. Gosh, you guys, you know how I am with dates. April the 22nd. So today's Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to everybody. Much love to Mother Nature, Mother Gaia. Thank you so much. Just sending you lots of good love and vibes as we are trying to evolve and be better for you and better for ourselves. And today's message, I'm going to hopefully ask for the Mother Earth, to chime in today and tell us what should we be doing for our health. um, Also, just asking for the spiritual collective, those of the highest light and the highest order, to give us some wisdom today about what we should be doing for our health. So, first card I'm pulling, I feel like I just pulled this card, but oops, see, there it is. This is the Five of Metal coming back up again. And this is centering around budget. Um, we are just now getting past like the tax deadlines, but we're still very much well in tax season. So I'm picking up on there's been a lot of fears and a lot of worries for people about their budget. And I think tax season has been something that's been exacerbating that quite a bit. I'm also still picking up that some of us are still not taking heed to the advice that was given a few weeks ago, about minding your budget in order to make sure that um, you're getting your right needs met. There are needs that are necessary that have to be met, like water, food, shelter, your health. And then there's accessory needs, stuff that's fun to have when we can. But other than that, it's really differentiating what's necessary and what's not. I'm also hearing too that right now, this is also a time that we should be leaning in on community. So if there's people in your community that can be helping you right now, don't let pride and ego stop you from getting the assistance that you need. I know in my own life, that's something that I've had to really work on, is that when, financial strains happen, which it can happen to the best of us, don't think that anybody's immune from that. Um, it's really important to have a good village around, people that can look out for you. Sometimes it's just as simple as someone buys you groceries, and that can really make or break that week for you. Sometimes it's someone who's able just to give you a loan and say, "Hey, pay it back whenever you can." Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to be beholden to you. Like, you don't have to be beholden to me for this. Like, this is just a gift. Um, Other times it's you blessing somebody else. If you have the ability to bless someone else right now in your village, if they're needing some health care, some health support, and there's a way that you can step up and help them, please do. On the other terms, if that's you, and there's others that have been saying, "Hey, let me know if you need anything." Well, this is the thing, right? So make sure you tell them, like, actually, I could use some support right now. So that's one of the things that's been coming up in the budget, I think. It's just maybe making sure you're getting past your ego and your pride, and that you have the right people around you that really want to help you, and take that blessing. And when you receive that blessing, don't keep second guessing about, do I deserve it? Should I, why are they even helping me? But I get it. There's a lot of hidden intentions nowadays, where you don't always know what someone's intentions are. But I would hope at this point, maybe you have surrounded yourself with the right people, that you really do know what their sincere intentions are. And if these are some new people entering your life that are offering to help, then maybe just let them earn and show to you what their intentions are over time. Don't try to overthink it. Don't try to overprocess it. Don't try to make it seem as if you're not deserving, or there's something, it means something to you if you need a little help. Everybody needs help. I've needed help. And thank God for a village that I didn't question. I just let them step up and help me. And I also try to help others as well, whenever I can, you know. So I think that's part of what Spirit's just trying to tell us with that card. I want to keep going. I really think there's some more messages here. Maybe. Okay. Okay. This is a good one. Whoop, where are we? Right here. So it's the Three of Fire. It's talking about adventure. Um, so we're in the full moon energy right now. I think tomorrow's gonna be a full moon in 10 degrees to Libra. Again, I'm not an astrologist. I just try to keep track of what's happening in the skies because it often reflects what's happening here for us, and vice versa. And I think this is just a great time. We're breaking into spring. This is a good time to go have some adventures, go enjoy yourself, really enjoy what life is all about, really try to break free from limitations and straining yourself. There's ways to have fun for free. There's ways to have fun where you actually maybe have been saving and should just go ahead and, you know, splurge a little and enjoy yourself. I know I just talked about the budgeting thing, but I just some of us are doing pretty good in the budget. I mean, and if that's you, then you really don't really have to, you know, that might be more applying to you. Like, is there ways that you can help someone else? Or maybe there's a way that you can just go and apply that, you know, your own higher good. You know what I mean? So I'm just picking up that adventure brings joy. That's the message that I just heard. Like adventure can bring joy, it can bring excitement. It can really help us capture what being human is all about, is to embrace something new, is to go and explore. That is the core of what's so beautiful about being human. Human is we are explorers, we are adventurers. We were meant to be able to investigate and be able to really just impart and enjoy what this world has to offer for us. So adventure is definitely a part of wellness. It is the remedy for the week. Go have an adventure this week. Go do something fun this week. Go allow your childlike side to soar this week. And that's part of the remedy. Sometimes the spirit remedy, the physical remedy is just joy, right? Give yourself permission for joy. Through joy, we heal. Okay, through laughter, through joy, through fun adventures and experiences, we heal. So try not to limit yourself or punish yourself, but to see where adventure can even be in your own backyard. It doesn't even mean that you have to book some crazy trip somewhere. Adventure can just be exploring something new, like, you know, trying something new, checking out something new, allowing yourself to go have fun in a pastime you haven't done in a while, right? Um, so yeah, that's the remedy, you know, allow adventure to foster joy, which will then heal the spirit. Let's keep going. I'm still feeling like there's a lot more messages coming through for this week. Okay. Interesting. Can you see it? Boop, boop, boop. There we go. The ear, the ear card, which is the card of lovers. Come on now. Stop playing. There we go. The ear card, which is the card for lovers, relationships, the ear, the ear. We have a system, the hearing system, the otology, the ear. What am I picking up from this card? Hear the right, hear the right love for you. Wow. hear, hear the right love for you. It isn't just about what you see, it's about what you hear, what you receive. Make sure you're hearing what's the right love for you. And then the lovers card, it is about love. It is, but lovers isn't always about loving someone else. Lovers card can also be about loving of the self. The lovers card can be loving um, of a friend, you know what I mean? Like that agape kind of love, platonic kind of love. Lovers card can also be how you cultivate love within the spirit with the higher beyond, right? With your community. So this is definitely talking about relationships, but it's talking about the importance of listening for the right information and knowing that that right information, when you actually listen and receive it, is healing in of itself. It can really help you to determine who, what, when, where is in your divine right, listening. And I got to say, we're in a society now that has really gotten away from what true active listening is. We also have gotten away from how to listen beyond the noise. There's so much noise. There's the news and the media. There's the messages that are being pushed forth through low vibrational music. There's just the noise. And when you go outside, sometimes you're just hearing a lot of that, city pollution noise pollution, as we call it. And I think it can really drown out the ability to hear within what messages, what wisdom, what intuition is trying to lead you and help you with. So there's definitely a huge piece of when it says, hear the right love. You need to make sure you're listening to those who really are trying to help. You need to make sure you're listening and paying attention to what's in and around you, and that you're not getting caught up in noise pollution. If you're getting caught up in the wrong, if you're passive listening, meaning you're not properly listening, you're just reacting and responding rather than taking it in and settling with it and simmering with what's being said to you. Let it settle, let it process. That's powerful. It's about making sure you're hearing and listening for what's in your divine right, what's in your divine love. Meaning, are you hearing for the right opportunities? Are you hearing whatever someone's telling you to determine that they're the right partner? Are you really listening? Are you just letting your senses lead you through your eyes and your smell and your pheromones and your lust? Are you really listening to what someone is saying? Are you really listening to what's happening around? Are you really listening in between the silence? That's big. Listening between the silence. Like, what's happening in the silence? What's happening between the silence? Are you listening? For some of you, this might be going right over your head. And if that's true, then that's probably part of the problem. Is you haven't learned how to properly listen and hear anymore. And in that same right, as we're talking about the ear, what can we do to really support the ear in our health? Um, Part of it is knowing how to sit in silence so that we attune our hearing. When we're able to sit more in silence and quiet and natural sounds, like going out in nature and just being away from that city noise pollution, it attunes the ear senses. It attunes your hearing, makes your hearing better. Sometimes you've been blasting lots of noise, blasting lots of sounds. You might even have ringing in your ears. Um, so there's a call for where maybe it makes it difficult for you to even experience silence that's being taken away. In other terms, some of y'all may be losing your hearing. And in losing your hearing, that's affecting how you're able to listen and receive important information. You're missing important information because you can't even hear it. That's huge. So this week, some of y'all need to be tuning into your ear health, making sure that your ears are clean. Don't use Q-tips because a lot of y'all misuse Q-tips, but maybe you might want to get like an ear irrigation. You go to your doctor and have them check your ears. If it's been feeling kind of clogged, get an ear irrigation. If you've been having sinuses and hay fever, drinking nettle tea, or drinking sage and thyme and oregano as a tea with some honey can dry out those sinuses a bit so it can open up your ears. Inversions actually can be helpful for the ears, doing like yoga inversion poses, inverted poses where you're going in like a downward dog, or you're in a supported headstand or something like that if you're more advanced. That can be a way to where you can kind of like let more blood come down to the head. And that can sometimes move those little rocks in the ear, the otoliths around to reposition and allow you to hear better as well. But it's talking about when we think of the ear, we think of listening. And that's definitely a core requirement in a happy and healthy relationship. However, the inner ear is also key in balance. Staying upright, literally and metaphorically, is indicated by this card. When you consider what your personal values are, you arrive at your own morality and sense of right and wrong. This may not tally with the rest of society's notions about moral code. But the important thing is that you respect your own decisions in life and stick to your own standard of behavior. Often a decision or dilemma arrives with this card, and you must consult your rationale rather than be emotional in your thoughts on the matter before you decide what to do. When met with two equally desirable outcomes, instead of worrying about what you might be missing, embrace the choice you make as the only path there could have ever been and commit to it passionately without regrets. So it's really talking about a tuning in, like I said, making sure you're listening and tuning in to what's right for you and your divine right. Making sure that I think they made a good point, being grounded, not being haste to make decisions right now. And if you're in relationships and you've been having a struggle in your relationships right now, one of the things that can heal that relationship, which will then also work in your health and highest good, is are you listening to what the other person is really saying to you? Are you getting more caught up in how they're delivering it, their tone, which a lot of times, if you don't like someone's tone, they're usually saying it from a place of hurt anyway. So if you remember that, if someone's snapping at you, they're probably snapping because they're getting irritated and annoyed that you're not really hearing them. And if you stop listening to the tone so much and getting so caught up to feeling like I'm just being disrespected by how you're saying it, and really focus more on what is being said, what are the words telling you? What is that person's body language and tone telling you? Read it. Emotional intelligence, calm down and read what it's saying. Read what they're saying. Then you can start to have a clear solution. Maybe you realize, like, after all, what you're saying is just not vibing for me and this isn't working for me. Or maybe finally you listen and actually hear and take accountability for where you're effing up and you're failing to meet needs or failing to help in a way that you should or failing to act in a way that you should. Sometimes it's about taking your own accountability too. A lot of times we feel like people aren't hearing us. We really have to be clear and humble enough to make sure, are we also doing the same harm in return or the same behavior in return where maybe they feel they're not being heard as well. And that can lead to a lot of misunderstanding. And that can also lead to health problems like you're stressed, you're distraught, you're upset, you're angry, you're irritable, you feel alone, you feel rejected. All of that can relate to all sorts of health problems for us. So clear out your ears, clean out your ears, go into nature, reset, get grounded, or spend some time in meditation where you reset, get grounded, embrace some silence to reset your ears. Like I said, if your ears are kind of clogged, sometimes doing inversions can help. I know they said because it's an upright. Ears do work well when we're standing upright, but sometimes, like I said, you got to go upside down in order to get back up top again, to get back right side again. Um, you know what I mean? You sometimes have to do the reverse behavior in order to bring yourself back into balance. That's what I'm saying. And, just know that when you really make sure you're hearing, that process of listening, true listening, can bring you a lot of amazing solutions that will empower you in your health. All right. I think that's it. I try not to overdraw cards because then it just gets too overwhelming. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. I think the ear card also plays a good role in like the budget and the adventure card of just make sure you're hearing and listening out for the right opportunities. You're hearing and listening out with the right knowledge and information so you can leverage those other cards properly and allow you to work with the right, again, being around the right people, being in the right relationships to help you bring forth those other cards and the meanings that they're bringing right now. Um, with the full moon, I just want to do a final word that this full moon energy right now is really inviting us to channel our power and to really clearly seeing what we want and believing in it and really channeling that that's what we want. That last card said it too. Like really get clear about what you want and stand your ground in that belief. Like there's no other path that's available to you. This is the path, especially when you know and attune that this is really in my divine right. This is really what I want. Um, so yeah, this is a good time, to really double down on that. Again, just make sure it really is working in a way that's in your highest good, right? And then it's also working in the highest good of others. And then with this being Earth Day, just make sure you're listening to Mother Earth. These earthquakes, these tsunamis, these storms, these tornadoes, Are you really listening to Mother Earth and what she's saying to you right now? Because we're doing a lot of destruction and she's crying and she's upset. And are we listening to her to change ourselves and change our behaviors and change our consumerism so that it's in a way that is not just working in our highest good, but also in the highest good of this planet that we exist on? Um, that we only have this planet. Don't think you're going into colonizing space as an option. This planet is the planet. It is it. We might can go explore other options, but she is it. This is it for us. This is the paradise. But we've turned hell into paradise. And this is what we're trying to correct in the new world that's trying to build and trying to grow right now. We're in this new process of building out a new world. And right now, people are being very, very destructive, very, very harmful, very violent right now. But that won't stand. That will not stand for long. And it's like, this is also a time for you to listen and pay attention. Listen and hear what's really happening. Make sure you're hearing when something's a lie. Make sure you're hearing when something is BS. Make sure you're hearing when something is just not right. You understand? And if you're like, I don't even know what that means, I don't even know how to decipher that, then you need to educate yourself. Maybe that's what you need to start doing, is spending a little bit more time focusing and educating yourself in the proper ways. Don't listen to fools. Make sure you're really tapping in here so you can get an alignment to receive and to, pursue the right information, the truth, right? The correct truth, not the fake truth. So that's my final word. I mean, we're in heavy times, but we also can find lightness and joy in it too. Don't let this steal your joy. Please don't let this steal your joy. We're in the spring. So try to enjoy this week. Try to go on a good adventure. Take care of yourself. And we will be back next week. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And as always, um, if you would like to do a deeper dive and find out a little bit more about what's happening in the hidden realms as it pertains to you, your health, your wellness, um, your spiritual growth, as a soulful being, as an energetic being, reach out to me. I do energy work. I do medical mediumship where I'm able to use the cards to help figure out what's going on for you exclusively. Um, and sometimes I reveal information that a lab test won't. Sometimes I reveal information that a checkup won't, right? But it'll get you on the right path so you can actually start to work on these hidden imbalances that might be throwing off your health and your growth and your development to who you really want to be. It might be curtailing your longevity in ways that you didn't know. To that, also, I am a primary care doctor. I'm a licensed primary care doctor who uses, naturopathic medicine to teach and heal and manage my patients. So if that's what you're needing in your life, feel free to go to my website, www.drraynd.com, and you'll be able to see a suite of services that I offer if you need more support. I also have in my resources page other providers and practitioners that I've connected with over the years. We have therapy resources. We have life coaches, nutritionists, trainers, all sorts of stuff. So reach out to my page for more information, free information that can help you empower you further on this healing journey. All right, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it and hope this reading was helpful for you for April 22nd through whatever date it is through the next week. Signing off. Thank you.